from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, sixth season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's someone who brings a ton of personality with him, but don't let that fool you. He's more than capable of playing winning football at this level and has actually done so. I don't know if he's their long-term answer under center, but as long as he trots out there, they'll have a puncher's chance and maybe a bit more to compete with any team they line up against.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Off play action, it's Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his fifth NFL campaign.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you're standing on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach, Jim Harbaugh, in the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Again, that's Hurst. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Herbert off of play action. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Herbert now. That's caught right side by Palmer. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jacorian Bennett has it. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
First carry of the game for Zamir White. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hand.
And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man right side is Shark. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Another carry now for Madison.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Herbert on first down now. Forced out to his left. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a give to Madison running right. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Pass out left finds Johnston.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
How about the show put on by these 2 defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On second down, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll set up to throw, and that will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that is incomplete. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return will stop right around the 25. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Raiders! Michael Mayer from 6 yards away. And the Raiders use the short field to get in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab.
scoring the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first and 10, Herbert. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10 at the 45.
Myers in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second down and 6 now.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's Madison running on first down.
Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's Herbert.
The 20.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Dobbins is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Madison running left, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down and 3. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert, and this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Minshew.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 74 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Herbert now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action this time for Justin Herbert, and this is going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Now 2nd and 9.
Minshew sets to throw. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw it. Minshew.
It's Myers again with another catch.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Now Minshew. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Herbert.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. John Jenkins able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Dobbins with it.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
This is 1st and 10. Minshew. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Minshew. Pass complete. It's Madison.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Here's Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A big play looming on 3rd down. It'll be Minshew again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 55 yards out. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip.